When you've been in an accident, are you asking the right questions? Well, here to make sure you are asking the questions you should be asking is Ken Gerber of Gerber Injury Law. And to tell us about their driving school scholarship for teens and their podcast is Megan Gerber.
Yes.
How are you two doing?
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Okay, you know, it's this time of year that people are traveling, taking vacations, doing things, but also getting into accidents. It's very weird. I noticed that the summertime is really when we start people getting into accidents for some reason, maybe too hot out or something. But the big problem that you come across is that they didn't ask the right questions in these accidents. Am I right?
Sure. A lot of people ask right off the bat, they want to know what my case is worth. And it's hard to judge that at the early stages. There's so many different factors that go into it, Brad. I mean, there's the amount of the damage, there's the amount of the injury, the amount of the medical bills, the liability aspect. There's really a lot of factors that we take into consideration.
And that's one thing that you want people to do is kind of like, you know, understanding this. They were in an accident, you're there to help them, but you're really there to make sure that all the questions are answered, but also they're asking those questions that they might forget about doing. So what are some typical questions that someone should ask when they are coming to you?
Well, they're asking a lot of times, does it cost me anything to hire you? And most attorneys that do personal injury like us, we don't charge for somebody out of their own pocket. We get paid on the back end a percentage of what we recover for them. And so a lot of people, the other question they ask is, well, is that going to reduce my recovery? And the analogy I like to use with that is there's a piece of pie that you're going to pay out, but when you hire a lawyer, our job is to get a bigger pie in play.
Yeah, and that's something that people don't realize when they do get into an accident and they don't want to come to you. But it's sometimes smart to, because we know that insurance companies are there for you, but we have to say sometimes not always, and that's where you step in to make sure they're taken care of.
It's not their job to be there for you. They have obligations that they have because of the insurance contract, but it's our job to make sure that they follow those obligations.
Yeah. What's one thing that you really want people to come and ask you and they do forget to ask you? I mean, is there anything that you like to hear from people?
I mean, honestly, we like them to call us and ask us from the get-go, do I have a case? Is this something that I need a lawyer for? If it's not, we'll tell them no. But if it is, we'll make sure that they get on the right track.
Yeah, I like that. That's very important there. I'm going to switch gears, Megan. We're going to talk about the driving school scholarship for teens. You guys are very excited about this, very proud of this.
Yes.
That you're doing this each month to make sure they're safe drivers so, you know, they don't have to come see Ken in a way.
Exactly.
But still, with this, they also are learning about things they need to talk to Ken about if something happens in an accident or anything like that. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Driving MBA, we partnered up with them, and we have gotten a scholarship together to help students that can't afford to pay for something this
safety
like
driving.
Cohesive. And what they're going to do is teach them the defensive driving. And I wonder, you said summer, there's a lot more accidents. Well, there's also kids on the road all day long driving where they're in school typically. Yeah. So this scholarship, we're giving away one per month. It has a $2,000 value. We've already given away two. So you have an opportunity to get in on March. And every month, and what we say is go ahead and go to our website and give us our information and tell us why you feel you deserve it. Because we want to give it to families that can't afford to do it themselves.
I like it. All right, let's talk about the podcast now, too.
Yep.
And this is the question I have to ask you. Okay, you two live together. You kind of work together. So now you're doing a podcast together. Is there anything, I mean, you guys are, this is interesting because aren't you guys always talking at home and stuff? Then you get to the podcast. I feel like you two have never talked before, and it's so cool to watch because then you're both talking there about things.
Well, I can always talk. He, on the other hand, no, we love talking about information, and I could go on and on and on. So we get on the podcast, and we were like, you know what, what's some interesting stuff that we would love to talk about today and share with people, and things that maybe they don't realize what happens on a daily basis, like an airplane crash or things that aren't typical car accident things.
And what I like is I've been on the podcast. It's really great to come on. It's like a breath of fresh air just to kind of like not always talk about law and stuff, but you guys bring it and wrap it around there and things you do. So it's really cool. So let's talk very quickly the podcast. Where can they find it?
You go to...
It's called The Injury Report. You can get to it through our website, GerberInjuryLaw.com, but we're on YouTube, Spotify, we're on all those streaming services.
Great. And then, of course, the scholarship and everything is on the website?
On the website. Just go ahead and go on the website, and you can find everything, including our phone number to give us a call if you get an accident.
There you go. I like that. Thank you, too, for coming in. So there you go.
Thank you.
Information's also over on the CW7AZ.com's website, too. Perfect. That's good.